This episode is brought to you by High Point Market. Welcome to the Design Dash podcast, your guide to designing a life you love. Join us as we explore the keys to living the life you want without compromise. Hi, everybody, and Happy New Year. This is our first podcast of 2026. I am your co-host, Melissa Grove, and I'm here with my co-host, Laura Umansky. And actually, we actually tried doing another podcast, but now we're doing this one, which is like, is this our first, or is this like 1.5?
1.25. I feel like we didn't get too far with that first one. We had a guest with technical issues, so now you get just us. Whoop,
Yeah.
whoop. And we're coming in hot.
We're rescheduling that, so no one's going to miss out because that'll be a good one.
Yeah, it will be a good one. But yeah, so Happy New Year. We are literally we are coming in hot this year because we started on the 5th of the year instead of the 2nd. Normally we would be back like January 2nd. So I don't know if it's because of those 3 or 4 days that we started later this year. So I feel like we started immediately with annual planning, where we just sat down for a full day with our team and planned. I don't know if you're on that same page, but I feel like we're already just so deep into the year.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I do love starting a little bit later, though,
I'm into it.
which I enjoy. I hate starting January 2nd. I'm so not
Agree.
ready, which that's probably what we're going to have to do in a couple years for next year.
So you're already looking at the calendar, like, when do we have to do that again?
Yeah. So we used to actually do our annual planning in December. And we started doing it in January, I don't know, maybe even last year or 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
I think a couple of
And
years. Yeah.
at first, I was really reluctant to make that change because just from like a financial perspective, I want to have everything projected and ready to go by the end of December. But I think
I
I
feel
was
like
wrong.
you still do.
I do, but I mean, we make a couple of changes to it, but I actually do like it in January simply because I'm not ready to think about new stuff in December. Like, there's just too many other things going on.
I
I'm
agree.
getting ready for Christmas. Like, I'm not ready to start having a vision for the next year. So, we did do that this week, and I mean, Laura and I talk about this all the time. But if you're not sitting down with your team, or if you don't have your team, just yourself, you should be. I
Yeah,
think it's a good time to do it.
I agree. I think December, especially in this industry, it's a race to the finish. Every one of your clients is like, I've got to have this done. My family's coming and I'm hosting a company dinner for the holidays. Like, it has to be finished and we're on a deadline. It's really freaking hard to plan anything when you're just trying to wrap up what you were already doing that year for your
Right.
client. So I think, yeah, I'm into it. Like, this January annual planning, done and done. Ooh, and I also just said the word clients, which was our top word of
It
2025,
was, it
in
was.
case you missed it. I think that means
We've
we're on the
talked
right.
a lot about clients in this podcast.
I mean, we've already said it like 4 times now, so it's gonna be our top word for 2026 too, everybody. Spoiler alert.
Well, and you know
Uh,
what? In our leadership planning, it was actually our focus, talking a
yep.
little bit more about client relationships. We've been talking a lot about us. I mean, especially since 2020 when we added our residential design arm. But now I think it's ready to talk about, okay, let's go beyond that to the relationship that we're able to develop as a multidisciplinary team with clients and also with our design build partners too.
Yeah, and also client gifting just happened, so we're really in touch with everyone right now, past and present, so it's top of mind for sure. What are you looking forward to this year? I mean, it's our kickoff, right? Like, we're kicking off the year. What are you looking forward to?
I mean, it's hard because I feel like we're already in it. So like I've moved past the vision setting and I'm like, all right, let's get it done.
Yeah, now we're in it. We're tactical.
I know that for the here on the design dash that I'm really excited about High Point in April. We are a partner for them this upcoming market. Again, our first year was last market. And I know it seems like that's really far away, but we're already making plans for High Point. So I'm really
Our
excited
our
about that.
rooms are booked.
They're booked, and I think that every year it's just gotten better. We're working a lot more with other designers and of course with the market itself. So I'm really looking forward to that in April. But then on the Laura U side, I'm just really excited to have another good year. I mean, 2025 was a good year, thank goodness. We had very little turnover. We have a
Ugh,
great
knock on
team.
wood.
It's really strong. We've had great projects. I know so being in charge of the marketing for so many years, I always just felt like there was some kind of I was just felt insecure about getting the types of clients that we would get because sometimes you get smaller projects, right? And you just have to. You have to take them on. But now we've got a lot of big projects with
Yeah.
really great clients. I mean, the clients have always been good, but now the projects are really big. Although on the flip side of that, these projects were taking forever to finish, and from a marketing perspective, that
I know,
stinks.
I'm like, "What are you talking about? They take forever, and then you can't photograph for 3 years."
But I know that that makes the team really happy. So I'm really excited to finish some of these big projects up. I mean, we're going to finish up one project that I think we've been working on for 4 years. It's finally going to be done in the
Oh my
summer.
gosh. Yeah, let's see. I won't believe it till he's moved in. Yeah, I think I'm right there with you. So for Design Dash, what I'm excited about is building this curriculum that we've been working on for a really long time and releasing it to the community. We're building our 6-month path to 7 figures for your design firm,
Yeah.
and we're already well underway. So I'm really excited about that. It's being done right now, and it'll be fully complete by June. And we have our first cohort going through it in real time. So that's really fun. We met this morning, um, and just kind of started digging into what everybody else is excited about, what they're worried about this year, um, what their big dreams are for this year, all of that. So I'm really into this for Design Dash right now, this curriculum. And then for Laura U, yeah, just we've got some really good projects right now. And I got to tell you, I hate like food metaphors for anything
I
other
know.
than food, but I will say we've got some juicy projects right now. Ugh, I feel cringe saying it like that, but like that's the word that's coming to mind. And if that word's coming to my mind, it means it's true. So yeah,
Good,
we've
good.
got some damn good projects right now. So I'm very excited. Yeah. The team's also kicking ass. So
Yeah, and the team is at market right now.
yeah. Yep.
So that's really cool. So we're starting out I don't know. We were really just starting out this year really strong, but let's go back to today was our first meeting of the year with our Design
Yep.
Dash community. And so we talked a little bit about people because that's what we're discussing this entire month. I mean, Laura and I are really big on, if you really want to grow your firm and make more revenue, you've got to hire more people. And
Yes.
I think everybody in the community, at least who was able to make it to the call today, has
Hired.
hired or is looking to hire tomorrow.
Yes. I love seeing that because yeah, I think being a solo practitioner there's a lot to be said for it. I think it's great, and if that's where you wanna be, awesome. But I think to have real freedom of time and be able to spend your time where you want it, both in your profession and personally, and be able to make a significant profit that you're taking home for yourself, I think you have to build a team.
Yeah.
And whether that's a team of 5 or a team of 15 is up to you. But yeah, that's what we talk about a lot is building that team so it'll free you up to do what you actually want to do. Be creative. Go out and chase those projects that you really want that are going to move the needle for your firm.
Yeah.
Not just what's coming in the door, but getting out and doing biz dev because you have time because you have a team that's supporting you. I feel like that everyone was aligned on that today.
I think so. Absolutely. I do think that everybody does feel that challenge of, well, now I'm responsible for somebody else's
Oh, it's
livelihood.
scary
And
as hell.
I got to figure that out. I mean, you've hired, as long as you've been in business. So how did you get over that? Or did you get over that?
God, that's a good question. Did I get over it? Every time I hire someone, I'm like, "Okay, how are we supporting this?" But we have a strategy now, so it's really different. And we're projecting out, like you just said, our budget is done at the end of last year. We've already talked about who we're hiring. We've already planned for that. We've planned for promotions. We've planned for salary. So now, no, I don't worry about it because it's super intentional and planned for. Um, can things go wrong? Of course, all the time. But I think when I first started, yeah, I was scared of every hire. And one thing I think I did not very well, I was gonna say incorrectly, but I didn't know at the time, is I would underpay
Mm,
and not get as quality of a professional because I was trying to pay less.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and if even if I could have afforded more, I was nervous.
Yeah.
I was nervous, and so I would hire somebody. Maybe I needed a senior designer, I would hire a junior because I felt like that's all I could afford. When if I
Okay.
had just increased that salary, I could have gotten someone with more experience that really could have supported my vision at that time. So it took me a long time to feel confident in being able to hire a more, seasoned person.
I think that's such a good point. Um, because I mean, but how do you know when it's your first hire? Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I guess with my first shit, my first 5 hires, I had no clue. 10 hi I don't even know. You don't. You don't know. And you just learn over time, or you listen to a podcast like this and don't make my same mistakes. But yeah, I think you don't know. I think for me, I should have started upskilling. Is that a word? I mean, it sounds cringy, but I should have started hiring more seasoned team members
Yeah.
sooner than I did. Let's put it that way. I probably didn't start really hiring excellent people until I was definitely over 10 years in.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep, it took me a long time to get, so if you're not comfortable stretching for that really seasoned person, I get it, I've been there,
Yeah.
but I would say if you can, you won't regret it.
Yeah. I think a lot of business owners feel like, okay, well, I need somebody who's going to help here and there so I can get somebody at the assistant level. And honestly, sometimes I think that that does work for people, but that person at that assistant level needs so much direction and
Yeah.
guidance and so much delegation from you. I think that you have to be number 1, really okay with delegating, and 2, being okay with managing more than you would
Yeah.
a senior level designer.
Yeah, and I think it also just happens over time too, because you probably are hiring that assistant first before you're hiring a senior,
Yeah.
because you are the senior designer, and so you do need to know how to delegate to that person, or at least be willing to open your mind and learn how to delegate.
Yeah.
But the goal is that that person has a path, and you're training them up to eventually be that senior person. Then you're hiring another junior, and that senior that you've trained up, yes, it takes years,
Yeah.
trained up that senior. Now they are in charge of training and pulling that junior up. And that's, I mean, we've found that growing our creative team internally has been very successful.
Yeah.
But we've also hired outside seniors. Sometimes it works really well
Yeah.
if they are open to doing the things that we do, bringing their experience, but in a with a almost a beginner's mindset to learn the way we do it.
Yeah.
It's
We're so
those designers
process
that
oriented.
yeah, exactly. We have certain ways that we wanna do it, and that's okay. If you have
Yeah.
a certain way of doing it, that's okay. That person has to be willing and open to doing it your way, even if
Yeah.
they have a lot of experience.
If you're a designer, then you know that High Point is the epicenter for all things interior design. All your favorite furniture vendors are there, your favorite designers, manufacturers, tastemakers, trendsetters. Market happens every April and October, and we hope you'll register and attend. We're there each market, and we're always finding something new. We know you will too. Check out highpointmarket.org for more information.
And I think both of you have to be open-minded. I think one of the things that
Yep.
also came up in our discussion this morning, and so much of it is just imposter syndrome. Like you're starting out, there's so much uncertainty, there's so much riding on the line. But I think some of the community members were saying, well, what if I hire somebody and they realize I'm not good enough? And
Yes.
felt like, oh gosh, that always breaks my heart when I hear people say that. I'm just like, you own a business. I want everybody, who's in our community this year to overcome that kind of imposter syndrome. And I know that that's impossible. That's hard. But owning a business is definitely a skill that not everybody has. And that's, I mean, you've taken that first step.
I love that you pointed that out because I never think about that.
Yeah. Well,
The fact that just, like, taking that leap in the first place is a huge deal
it's
to own a
not
business.
for me. Like that's not, I
Yeah,
don't
I
have.
never think about that. So, like, I was definitely one of those people that had that imposter syndrome, and I thought, "Man, if I hire this person who's so skilled, and they may even have more experience than me, they are
Right.
going to see straight through me that I have no clue what I'm doing, and I'm going to look bad and they won't stay and they'll talk about me and
Mhm.
like what the hell?
Yeah,
No. They are coming in to do an excellent job with the skill set that they have, and you are doing the same thing. And those skill sets, best case scenario, are very different so that they
right,
support each other.
right.
Yeah, so but that was a kind of a light bulb moment for me this morning.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys have this really important skill set, and it's the ability to take risk, and I think the ability to be optimistic in times of danger and threat.
So you
you
mean
know,
delusional?
I mean, sometimes it can veer on that, I think, but there's no cynicism there. There you don't tell yourself no, and I think that that's what was so helpful about the community too, is because sometimes, like, I know that you guys as business owners, you're thinking yes, but there's just this silly part of you that's wanting to say no, and so having this kind of support is just like, no, we you do want to say yes, like it's going to be okay, and
I
I think also
love I
I
love that we're in this community together because you've been working with me for so long and seen my delusional, crazy, optimistic side. And now you get to see it's not just me, it's all of us.
Yes, no, like, there is some like, that's that entrepreneurial drive. It's like, "Oh,
We're
of
all
course it's gonna
crazy.
work out." So when I see entrepreneurs thinking to themselves, "It's not gonna work out," I'm like, "Well, of course it's not, but you're going to get over it, and it's gonna be even better afterwards."
Right. Yeah. And yes. I thought that was a really good conversation this morning, just around like I guess it is a form of imposter syndrome, isn't it? Like
Yeah, I
thinking I'm
mean,
going to hire this person, they're going to see that I don't know what I'm doing.
yeah, it's insecurity, and I've seen it with some other community members who are like, "Well, I don't have a degree in design. How can I do this?" Like, who cares? I mean, some of the designers that I see that are super successful have marketing backgrounds, corporate
Right.
backgrounds, they're
Yes,
working in
totally.
business, but they have incredible taste, an incredible eye, and just
Yep.
like the tenacity to make whatever they want to do work for them.
Yep. I think for me, it wasn't necessarily that I questioned my technical expertise or my design taste when I was hiring people. It was more that my business wasn't structured really well. And
Mm,
all my processes weren't in place. And I was flying by the seat of my pants and like building these processes as I was going. And I always thought, like, okay, I'm going to hire someone when that's in place, or I'm going to
yeah,
hire someone when this is perfect. And that never happened. And in fact, the people I hired put those processes in place for the
right.
business with me. And I think that was a big game changer for my business too, is that I didn't have to put that shit in place myself.
Yeah.
I needed that outside perspective and support to help me build those processes. So like, yeah, I was always afraid like they're going to come in and see that this is run loosely or not well, or I don't have an answer for this, or I don't have a process for that. And that was a fear I didn't need to have.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, I wouldn't want a solopreneur to be spending all their time documenting their processes, but
Impossible.
and I mean, it took us years to get to a place where they're documented. But I think one of the biggest compliments that I've heard from, people that we've hired over the past couple of years is I've never had onboarding this precise and comprehensive
Yep.
before. And I was like, "Oh,
But we
okay."
are a firm that has been in business as of next year 2 decades.
Right.
So if you're a
Right.
solo or you're just starting or your firm is 5 years old, you you probably don't have these processes or onboarding.
Yeah, and that's
Now
fun.
it's excellent.
Yes, and you can hire people who are just like, "You know what? I wanna make a process around this." And that's
Mhm.
what we did, and
Yeah.
that's good.
I mean, I say all the time, like, I used to hire and throw a laptop at somebody and say, "Good luck." Like, this is what I need you to do," and not talk to them again for 2 weeks. So, we come a long way, baby. Those were the early days. Man, it was hard. But, I mean, to the people that worked with me, to their credit, they're the ones that worked out were the ones that were gritty as hell and just jumped in and did what they had to do, and the ones that didn't work out, it just wasn't a fit for them. They needed that 20-year-old firm that already had those processes,
Right.
and so you'll find your people, whatever phase you're in.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and I think, just going back to what we were talking about in the community meeting this morning, it's not just, like, people for sure, but also hiring around social media because we have so much pressure on us to be out there all the time.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do as a business owner.
It's
For
hard. I mean,
not just
mark
the time, but, like, also having to feel like you're being self-promotional and, like, gross, like, it's hard to talk about yourself.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, being in marketing, I'm a big fan of people having a marketing person either in-house or as an agency, because I think that especially for creatives, you can get too inside your head about what you wanna
Yes.
post and how it should look, and, I mean, from a marketing perspective, I'm like, "Somebody will like this, boom. It's gonna be fine, and then if they don't, we're gonna fix it, and we'll try again tomorrow." But we talk about that in the community as well, is that people have just been hindered by wanting to make it perfect, 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 and so then they don't post at all. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, that's worse. That's the worst outcome."
Just like not hiring because your processes aren't perfect.
Yeah.
God, we sound like a bunch of perfectionists, crazy
I
people.
think you just can't wait. Maybe that's the big theme for 2026 is like, don't wait, just do it. It's like, what are that organizational lady, I forget what her name is, but she's just like, if you see something out of place, don't wait, just pick it up and put it away.
Oh,
Where
like
it's
Marie Kondo?
no, it's this other lady who there's always a new organizational
Right.
thing that happens every year.
I mean, I love
But
that, bring
she's
it to
like,
me.
pick it up and put it in its place. Like, don't wait, just do it. And
I
I
do
think
that and
that
end up throwing stuff away that, like, my husband's like, "Hey, what'd you do with that thing?" And I was like, "Oh, you mean that thing I donated?"
oh yeah, that's my husband. He'll trash immediately. I'm like, really?
Trash! It's
You
all
need
trash. Oh my god, I've gotta clean my brain out. I don't need it. Wow, okay, that took a turn, sorry. So I think yeah, for this year, we just talked about this morning, like, who are we hiring? Because we're in our people module for January, so that's top of mind. We're making a hire we just made one in
yeah,
actually
that's right.
December, she starts
Starting
next
next
week,
week.
and we have plans to hire one other person, in Q1 if we can find the right fit, so we are also in the hiring mode. Um, I guess it just depends on the region because it's hard to say, but I feel like for us, because we're hiring, that there's an uptick in the industry, and it sounds like so many other people are hiring.
I'd like to think so. I mean, I'm just like a full outlook on 2026, which still sounds weird to say, is that, I always get a little bit apprehensive about, well, what's the economy going to do? Like, what's happening in our world right now? But
Yeah,
when we were in High Point in October, it seemed like a lot of the designers they were excited, and they're looking
yeah,
forward to 2026 because they're looking to hire and it looks like everybody, what were you saying earlier, upskilling, like, everybody's
yeah,
trying to do a little bit better than they did the year before, which
yeah.
that means that the industry's doing okay, right? Like, we're
I
the
mean,
clients.
I think so. We'll see when the team comes back from Dallas what the report is because they are
Yeah.
at that market now, and I don't know if they're gonna keep their ear to the ground as much as we do when we're, at market because they're so busy sourcing for actual live projects, so I don't know. I'll grill them and see what they say, but yeah, I feel optimistic, but I always feel freaking optimistic, I think. We're gonna make it work one way or another.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got some good stuff cracking. What else? I got nothing. This is it. Like,
I
as you
think
guys
it's
know, we
it.
had
I
a
mean,
technical issue.
yeah. I mean, looking forward to 2026 is definitely hiring. So we'll be talking about hiring a lot, I think, on the podcast, but definitely on the website as well. And if you're not on our email list, you need to join it because we
Yeah.
share so many of our resources there as well. So a ton of hiring. I will start putting my head around social media as well. But my advice is always going to be hire somebody else to do it. Don't do it yourself.
Hire someone to do your social media, but keep a bank of images, cell phone and professional, that you can just immediately hand it over.
Yeah. And then I think also just doing it this year, like, not putting it no, don't put these things off, like, if you've been meaning to do it, like, take the steps that you need to just get it done right now.
I Pomodoro that stuff. And we've talked about that, the Pomodoro method where you set a timer and you like I do that for the stuff that I don't necessarily want to do
Mm,
and I need to just do it. And I add it to my list and I spend 25 minutes, like even just starting 1 minute and I'll
yeah,
get it done. But yeah, okay, I'm with you.
yeah,
But don't just let it ride this year. Just do it.
yeah. I don't know, maybe that's January talking though. I'm just like, "Yeah." See how I feel in April. I'm like, well, maybe
You
that's an
can wait
option.
till 2020. That's a 2027 thing. I don't know. I mean, I think we've got a good plan for this year. Yeah, so we're going to start with our people module. So we're talking about hiring. Next month is all about profit.
Profit, yes. That one's a big
Maybe,
one.
yeah, I feel good about that this year too. Like, yeah, we got a plan. We got a strategy, y'all. Love to hear your strategy too. If you are listening, send us a note. Tell us what
Yeah.
you're working on. We want to hear it. All right. Okay. So Melissa's going to drop it right here and just say, just do it.
Yep.
Don't let it sit. 2026, it's our year.
Yep.
I mean, I feel like every year is our year. So
I know.
awesome. 2026. Let's go. All right. This is great. We'd love to hear from you. So please like and follow if you are getting tons of benefit out of this podcast, because we'd like to have your friends and your peers listening too.
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New
Oh,
Year,
yeah.
Laura.
Happy New Year.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for listening. Make sure to check out our next podcast, coming live next week on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. In the meantime, you can find us and more wonderful stories like these on designdash.com. And make sure to follow us at Design Dasher on Instagram and TikTok. Till next time.